and so I love the emphasis on community here.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny to watch it on the inside, because anybody that's ever been part of a community knows that there's plenty of arguments that go on.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's
we were just having one before we got on your show about using the word left or right. Yeah.
And should we?
Right.
Let's continue this argument. What's your opinion on that?
Oh, I mean, I guess I personally like to be specific about actors and actions, and I find that sometimes if you use abstract labels like left and right without defining them, it can be easily misconstrued, your message.
Yeah.
So I just, especially if you're talking to someone, if you're going to use labels like left and right or communist or socialist, it's always good to just define your terms and make sure that, you use the word the same as someone else. And if you don't, then now you know. Now they can be like, oh, okay, you mean left in this context, and okay, I can agree with what you're saying here. So basically, I think it's fine to use those words, but I do think it is helpful from a communication standpoint to define your terms.
Yeah.
and,
I think
and
that's,
what you mean.
that's true. Most libertarians get pissed off at me because I describe myself as a radical Democrat. but I go on to explain what I mean about that, because I think democracy is not this idea that 50 plus 1 get to do whatever the hell they want to the other 49% of a community. It's the process, the market process, where everybody's voting all the time, and they're making choices, and they're buying things, they're deciding not to buy things, they're cooperating, they're deciding not to cooperate with certain people, they're trusting, they're not trusting. To me, that process is radically democratic, because everybody gets what they want. And I think it's, and argue with me if you disagree, please, but to your point about defining our terms, sometimes we give up really, really packed words, potent words, beautiful words, like community, like, democracy, whether we like it or not. It's a religious term almost. When Joe Biden talks about assaults on democracy, it sounds like it's an assault on the church or something.
Yeah.
But also like words like justice, and I think a lot of us accept the fact that those words have been stolen from us, and I'm like, I think we should just steal them back.
I see.
Yeah, it's just a matter of communication and effectiveness, because, at the end of the day, when you have political terms, they're always going to be loaded, and people have their own ideas coming into it. So I agree here with Pho that defining your terms is important. Democracy typically connotes people voting, and so very often that will confuse people. I think on that they'll think, oh, okay, majoritarianism, majority rule and collectivism, but it's important to be able to use words that really are quick for people to understand and able to be, kind of grasped and used in a way that makes people understand the principles better. I think that's, to me, what's most key. So personally, I don't typically use democracy in terms of defining those things. I like cooperation over collectivism. Because political collectivism is forcing people to a one-size-fits-all rule, political rule, and cooperation is people actually coming together, as you said, proverbially voting with their resources and with their time and with their associations. So, it's just a matter of how it's used and how effective someone is at being a communicator. And if they're good enough to take it back, more power to them. That's amazing. I would love for us to take every word back. That'd be fantastic. But I laugh at the leftists, and I say this in the egalitarian sense of the people who are in the socialist or democratic socialist, camp, and they try to say, oh, libertarianism is a leftist root word. I'm like, okay, well, too bad. I took it. You don't even believe in property rights. What are you going to do?
Yeah.